Gamers. I'm here to bring you a late night reaction. Late from the Mustyverse. Hawaiian jacket into up. What the heck is Nintendo doing with the Switch 2? By Switch Force. Welcome back to Moresty. Oh, it's another Nintendo adult. So soon? There's just so many of them. This one is called Switch Force. Never heard of him before. Frankly, I don't fancy watching him since. He should really just start playing God of War. Have you played God of War? I think you should. Yeah, there's another masterclass in complaining that you're gonna starve. Insert that Patrick image. Classic Nintendo fan stuff. But just a heads up as always, firstly, be nice. If I catch anyone brigading, as always, you will be dealt with. If you have something rather banterous to say, keep it to my comment section. Do not go anywhere near his. You'll be banned just like everyone else. Also, as another note, this reaction was made before the recent Nintendo Direct. So when you're going into this, don't factor anything of what we've seen most recently in the September Direct into any of this. This is before we even had an announcement that they were even making one, so we had no idea. Without further ado, let the chicanery commence. Good grief. And this is a guy I've never covered before. Due to that like to dislike ratio, I'm expecting a whole load of whoa. How cringe was this? Apparently I've been told this was cringe, but I'm just like, this video probably wasn't that bad. He's probably just a cool Nintendo fan who just can't wait for Nintendo games, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there's something wrong with that. But let's find out, okay? You guys were being mean. Let's find out how mean you were being. Let's find out.
So, I think the question a lot of people are asking themselves after this morning, what the heck is Nintendo doing with the Switch 2?
I'm not asking that question. As a Switch 2 owner, this is my certified Switch 2, I quite like what they're doing at the moment. So right now we've got Mario Kart World, we've had DK Bonanza, Drag and Drive for the people like me who enjoy it. And then on the horizon, we've got Metro Prime 4, which is allegedly coming out this year. As of now, we still haven't gotten a release date. Kirby Air Riders, which looks like a lot of fun. Still not sure about it. Upload date is a day ago, just for full context. It is 19th of August. I would say the only thing I'm a bit about Nintendo is that we still don't have a release date for Metro Prime 4. If it's been delayed, please tell us sooner rather than later so I can get my hopes down to a reasonable level. But genuinely, other than that, DK Bonanza was a fantastic video game. Mario Kart World is a game I'm still having tons of fun of. Drag and Drive, despite not being to many people's taste, is to mine, and I play the occasional game of it, and I'm still having a bit of fun. And I get to play Switch 1 games at a more stable frame rate. So, as far as I'm concerned, right now, I think I'm eating pretty good. I wouldn't say we're eating good, but I'd say we're being pretty solid, especially 2 months in. I'm enjoying the servings. What about you? You're not a fan, Switch Force?
And that's a fair question at this point.
I wouldn't think so.
Truly fair.
If I'm being as fair as possible, it has been a while. If I'm putting my Nintendo Land goggles on, no 3D Mario announcement yet. It's still a little crazy, if I'm being really honest. Other than that, though, I'm okay. We got DKB. I'm quite content. I've had my fill of Nintendo fun 3D platformer for a little bit.
I do have some information that you'll like, but we gotta discuss this. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. Kirby Air Riders had a 45-minute direct today.
Oh, we recently had the Kirby Air Riders direct, and as somebody who knows barely anything about Kirby, all I've played is Forgotten Land, and I think it's one of the best games on the Switch. But that is basically the start and end of my Kirby career, so to speak. I played, I think, Nightmare. I played the Wii game. What was it called? Like Return to Dreamland, it was called. I think with Ozzy for a bit, my brother. I played Nightmare on Dreamland on a GBA, like way back, and that was fun. But I'm not really much of a Kirby guy, so as not a Kirby guy, a Kirby casual, I very much enjoyed this direct. It was nice to see Sakurai again. I felt like maybe it went on for a little longer than I'd like. It could have probably been 35 minutes. But overall, I went from to which is kind of what you want from a direct. So they did a very good job with this. What about you, Switch Force? You don't agree?
And Sakurai really stretched that 45 minutes. Like, look,
it could have been a bit shorter there.
I love Sakurai. I think he's a genius. I think he's an amazing guy. He never ages. He's funny. He's humorous. He's dedicated. I'm gonna straight up say, like, I don't think Kirby Air Riders is a November 2025 game for your brand new Switch 2 system.
Says you fucking loser. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? So DKB, Mario Kart World, Kirby. What's wrong with Kirby Air Riders? Like, maybe I guess you could say, like 2 kart races, like relatively close to each other, maybe. But like, who the heck is you? Like, what I'm asking is like, why don't you make your own console, huh? Why don't you make your own console? But like, no, in all seriousness, I'm just like, I'm perfectly content. I mean, I'm willing to hear your argument. I'm pausing you too soon, but I'm willing to hear your argument. Come on.
I'm sorry to those that are really excited.
Don't apologize. Stand on business.
it really feels like they took Kirby Air Ride and made it again. And it was already a pretty basic game that had limited appeal. And for those that love it, they can love it. But having this be the...
Hang on. Hold everything. Guys, did you hear that? Hear that? Chat, listen very carefully. I want you to perk it. If you're playing Fortnite right now, perk up. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully.
Limited appeal.
Hang on.
And made it again. And it was already a pretty basic game that had limited appeal. And for those that love it, they can love it.
Broski, you're a Nintendo fan. What? For you to dunk on other Nintendo games that have... Like, is there something like... It's already embarrassing enough when Nintendo fans go, Hollow Knight? What the fuck is a Hollow Knight? But like, because they're so stuck in their Nintendo bubble that they cannot fathom that other games exist. You're doing friendly fire within your own... Is there anything... This is like a higher level of embarrassing Nintendo adult chat. I think it has to be. It's already embarrassing enough when Nintendo fans don't know what a God of War is. That's already embarrassing enough, I'll be real with you. If you're like a Nintendo fan and you've never even tried to expand your gaming palette, I'm looking at you funny. But to do it within your own house? Fucking hell, lads. Fucking hell.
But having this be the November 20th, Black Friday, big holiday rush game is absolutely bonkers.
Okay, but why are you a financial guy? Why do you give a shit when it's being released? I don't understand this. Do you know what okay, I have equivalent this for football. It's like, for example, right, as a football fan, when we sign like a good player that we need, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy we signed them. But then motherfuckers will sit there and be like, but we paid a lot. And I'm like, brother, do you run the accounts? Do you run the accounts? We got the player that I've been waiting for a while. Why the fuck do you care how much you paid for them? That's between him and the club. I don't give a shit. I got the player I wanted. That's how I feel about people go, guys, do you think we should really be releasing this game in a holiday? Hey, release it now so I can play it now, bitch. I don't care when you release it. It shouldn't be a holiday game. That's for the fucking financial guy to decide. Your job should be playing the fucking game, loser. Like, I've never understood it. People go, I don't think you'll fit the release model. You ain't a finance guy. Shut the fuck up and put the game in the bag, little bro. I hate this shit. There's probably some people that are feeling really defensive right now in my community. And you know, I'll be nice. I'll be nice for once, okay? If you are someone that genuinely just plays like your Marios, your Zeldas, your Smash, and if you're the kind of person who's gone, hey, Moresty, I like Mario. I know what I like. I have tried to expand my video game palette. I just don't really take to a lot other than my limited selection. I am someone who eats chicken nuggets. I've tried creme brulee. I've tried a sirloin steak. And you know what? I just like my chicken nuggets and my basic long cut chips. I'm like, do you know what? Weird. You do you. But if you're going to look me in the eye and tell me that you've never played God of War, like, frankly, I don't give a shit about your gaming opinion. I'll be real with you. And I don't mean, like, literally God of War. If you haven't played, like, insert critically acclaimed game here from other console, I don't give a shit. If you ever played like your Elden Rings, if you've never played your Balatros, if you've never played your Skyrims, I mean, I'm gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping video games. If you are someone who has never played another critically acclaimed game made by a non-Nintendo company, you do not get to have an opinion on video games. You're not a real Nintendo fan. I'm gonna call it. You're not a real Nintendo fan. I'm sorry. Persona 5, Portal 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Astrobot. So many phenomenal games once you even slightly step out of the Nintendo bubble. And you're going to sit here and like play backseat financial guy because you want Mario and Zelda. Actually pathetic so far. But there's 13 minutes left of the video. Maybe he might be able to convince me. But so far, you're not looking... the like-to-dislike ratio is very much justified. As a fan, you should not give a shit about the financials of Nintendo. You just want good games. That's all you should want. Call me Retro Sofa, baby, because I just want people to fucking play video games, okay? And if you're looking me in the eyes and say you've never played, like, even just a basic list by fucking Camp, if you've literally looked me in the eye and told me you've never even considered playing any one of these, I would say you seriously need to look inside and up your gaming palette. And in all fairness, if you're someone who, like, say, if you're one of my younger fans who grew up with just Nintendo, and you haven't had the Royal Guard, if you haven't had the chance to, like, expand your gaming palette, let this be the video you need, chat. Portal, Hades, Sackboy, The Big Adventure, Ratchet & Clank. There's so many good games out there, I promise. But do you know what the best part about expanding your Nintendo palette is that you finally get to experience what a sale is. I know. Hey, guess what? I finished Max Payne the other week. I bought that game for £6. I know. I bought it for £6. Unbelievable. That's the thing. You don't even need a new console. Right now, go into your NSO, because you probably have NSO right now. Go in your NSO and start playing some old school games, bro. If you've got NSO plus EP, you've got fucking tons of games, man. I'll be real with you. Do you know how I've always been on the side of, I'm rambling, I don't give a shit about this video anymore. I've always been the side of, if I had to have like a negative Nancy and a positive Percy, I'll always gravitate to the positive Percy because at least they're not as draining. I'm not gonna lie, chat, when it comes to Bing Bing Woohoo Nintendo fans, I'm the opposite. I'll be so real with you, I'm the opposite. I'd rather deal with like a Nintendo hater than a Nintendo glazer because I just cannot stand people like this. Sorry, Mr. Bing Bing Woohoo bitch ass. Let's continue.
Friday, big holiday rush game is absolutely bonkers to me, especially when people are feeling like, what the heck did I buy this Switch 2 for? So this is about...
Fucking hell, bro. This is just so sad. What do you mean, what did I buy the Switch 2 for? Like, okay, that's the question. Why did you buy the Switch 2? Hang on, this is an even bigger... This guy's even a bigger dipshit than we thought, chat. So he bought a Switch 2, and now 2 months in, it's like, no, why did I buy a Switch 2? Do you know what I say to people who haven't bought a Switch 2 yet? They look at me and go, Moresty, should I buy a Switch 2? I'm like, okay, look at the games currently available. If there's enough where you can get enough meat on the bone, buy it. If not, wait for something good, right? Right now, we've got DK. If you want first-party Nintendo stuff, you got Mario Kart World, DKB. Drag and Drive if you fancy a bit. Something crazy. If that interests you, buy it. If not, wait for Metro Prime, hopefully at the end of the year. Kirby Air Riders. Wait for, some other things to come out, When you feel like your purchase is going to be worth it, buy it. Until then, do not buy it. Don't buy it now hoping for games later. But this guy's a dipshit who bought it now and hoping for games later. You're a Nintendo fan! Do you not... Hang on, where is it? Do you not remember this? I remember this, okay? I remember this, okay? I am never telling someone to buy a console at launch ever again as long as I fucking live because of this pile of shit, all right? Fucking hell, man.
Valid question. And look, let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Has Nintendo mishandled this?
You do not want me in your comments, bro. Skep, you know, dude. You do not want me in your comments, bro. 2010 Moresty's about to come out if I go to your comments, broski. None of us. If you're watching this video, do not go to his comments, okay?
This launch window, are you feeling kind of about where the Switch 2 is at?
No. I feel like I got my money's worth for my purchase. I've got Switch 1 games that I can play with better frame rates. DKB, Mario Kart World, Drag and Drive. If I didn't want to buy this to cover Mario Kart World in extent, because obviously my channel is Mario Kart centric, then I wouldn't have bothered. I wouldn't have bothered to buy it. I would have bought it when PLZA comes out. So I would have had PLZA, DKB, and Mario Kart World. As somebody who predominantly bought it for content, not only did I get my content's worth, but secondly, even if I'm just buying it as a gamer, I get to play one of my favorite Pokemon games in a frame rate that's not fucking dog shit. To me, that's worth the price of admission because I'm a massive Pokemon Bing Bing Woohoo soy boy. But yeah, literally right now, chat, if you're thinking about buying Switch 2, buy it when there's enough games for you. If not, wait. You can keep your Switch 1. It's fine. Trust me.
Do you think that they could have done a better job of how they ordered this?
No.
Are you worried that they won't deliver and is so much riding on that General Direct in September? Like, that is the place.
No. In all fairness, if I'm going to give him a slight mark, yeah, I would say it would be a bit weird if we didn't get a 3D Mario. I will say that. It will be a bit weird if we don't get 3D Mario. Other than that, I think Nintendo is fine. Is this guy just sad he doesn't have a daily Mario games to come out to abuse the algorithm? Yeah, basically, honestly. So fucking sad, man. It's actually so sad. Bruv, pray I never become a channel like this, man. Fuck yeah, now, man.
Direct? How are you feeling about Switch 2? Do you... What is Nintendo?
I love my Switch 2.
Why did they do it this way?
I'm okay with it.
20th. Kirby Air Riders is in the prime slot?
Yes.
And we just saw 45 minutes of it?
Yes. And it sold me.
Oh dear. They chose this. Nintendo did this intentionally, right? They had...
I think I said this before. My favorite archetype of video is when somebody like pauses for emphasis, like, yeah, they chose this as a prime slot. Yeah. As if like we're sitting there like... But no, you gave us a pause so we can fucking point and laugh at you. Jesus fucking Christ, lad. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I have no idea why we always hear people complain about the lack in the first-party support when we're getting 5 pretty big first-party titles in the first 6 months. Is that not enough? No, but you have to understand, Potato, okay? He needs Switch games to boost up his algorithm because the numbers are low. The numbers are low. That's one thing that fucks him. That's one thing that really fucking annoys me. And I pray, I'm going to try my absolute hardest to make sure that if my channel does blow up, I never become this. I don't ever want to become so reliant on that, like, new hype buzz for a new game coming out that I become, like, that I start to lose myself. Because, like, I think as Potato said, do you think this guy is saying this because he's genuinely not happy about the Switch 2? Or he's saying that because he can't, like, algorithm farm. That's the sad bit about channels like this. Genuinely, chat, that's the sad thing about videos like this. For me, you know I'm a Nintendo fan. I'll be straight up and honest with you. That is what the one thing I take the utmost pride in, the one thing I have the maximum ego about is the consistency of my voice. If my voice is ever inconsistent, I want you to tell me so that I can make it as consistent as possible. I'm going to falter, I'm going to waver, I'm only human, but the consistency of my voice is the most important thing. And I'll be real with you, all right? With these people, one thing I never want someone to say is, I don't know if Sir Moresty's being real with me. With you, Switch Force, I don't know if you're being real with me. I don't know if you're a genuine Nintendo fan who's upset at the state of the launch, to which case I'd be like, or are you just like upset that you can't algorithm farm? Because to me, it just looks like you can't algorithm farm. That's what it looks like to me, I'll be real with you. Now, let me do my preliminary research. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look. Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch... Okay, so I think based on my preliminary research, chat, I think it's fair to say that my feeling was correct, right? This is someone who's very, very reliant on making daily Switch 2 videos. Is it daily? Hang on, I did check. Let me confirm. 8 days, 5 days, 3 days. Near daily, like weekly. I'd say like 3 times, 4 times a week type Switch 2 content. This is someone whose opinion, chat, you should not trust. I'll be real with you. This is someone whose opinion you absolutely should not trust. This is someone who very, very clearly is algorithm chasing, right? Now, hey, fair dues, get the bag. Get the bag. No, seriously, get the fucking bag. If you can do this over working a 9 to 5, fucking secure the bag, broski. But don't expect anyone to give a shit about your voice, all right? I'll be real with you. Don't expect anyone to take you seriously, like, ever, right? And I'm going to be honest, if it's have a channel like this where I don't need to work another day in my life again as a security guard, or have my voice be as consistent as it is, I'm never choosing this. And believe me, I love money, chat. Just make it clear. I fucking love money. I would rip your arm off if I could do this for a living. But if it entailed becoming this, I'm never taking that trade ever. The one thing I hold utter pride in is the consistency of my voice. I'm never going to look you in the eye and say, hey, this new video game I'm playing is sponsored by Dev. Because then it means I'm not legally allowed to say, or not legally, I'm contractually obligated to say nice things. Does that make sense? I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to take a video game related sponsorship where I don't have an explicit writing. I can shit on your game if I want to, okay? Raid Shadow Legends? No, I'm okay, thank you. I don't think I'll ever do a video game sponsorship unless it's explicitly clear that my voice will not be compromised. If I don't have that in the contract, I'm not doing it. But then at the same time, why would a video game dev pay me for the potential of shitting on their game? Does that make sense? So I'm basically never going to get a video game sponsor, which I'm okay with. Now, just to be clear, I'm okay with a dev just handing me a key and saying, hey, here's a key if you want to play our game for free. Because then I'm technically not sponsored, right? I'll announce to you that, oh, hey, I got this game for free, by the way. So I'll leave it up to you if you think my voice is compromised because of that. But I've not signed any papers saying that I'm compromised. Because yeah, sometimes I do get Steam keys in my business email of like little indie devs going, Moresty, play our game. And one of these days I might just go for a bunch of them and play them because that sounds like it'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm never going to do one where I'm like contractually obligated. And bearing in mind, guys, those things offer loads of money. But I'll happily leave it on the table. Squarespace is fine though. Squarespace sponsor me. 10 ads, okay? 10 ads, mid-rolls, end-rolls, I'll do all of them, okay? I'll do 10 of them, I don't give a shit. All right? But never doing a video game one.
Had this Kirby Air Riders Direct. They made it 45 minutes. They picked November 20th for the release date. They didn't make this game more than it seemed. It's exactly what it seemed. It's Kirby Air Ride with an RS added. Like that whole scene where it's like Kirby Air Ride and then they add the RS makes so much sense now because it really is Kirby Air Ride It's Kirby Air Ride in 2025, and I don't know that that is the bombastic launch window title that you should be putting out for your Switch.
Why do you care though? That's what I'm asking. Chat, why do you care? Seriously, why do you care? You as a customer should go, oh, I'm not really, it came out? Yeah, I can't really say I'm interested. I'll wait for the next Switch game. That's your job as a consumer. That's literally your whole job, right? And I'll be honest, chat, I'm somewhat interested in Kirby Air Riders. I don't know if I'll buy it. I don't know if I'll cheekily super chat goal it, or if I'll just buy it off my own accord. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'll buy it if I'm interested. I won't buy it if I'm not. I don't care that Nintendo made this their November release. I'm just like, sure. I hope it performs well, Sakurai. I hope it does. And yeah, him saying this isn't really much of a sequel. Yeah, he's just stupid. Yeah, why do you assume we need a huge holiday game every year? It's like, yeah, but then again, it's like, why do you even care, bro? Why do you even care?
Too. Like, where is the Switch 2 going to go? A lot of people are feeling that way. They got their Donkey Kong, they got their Mario Kart.
Who's a lot of people? Who's a lot of people? You're not the yeah, exactly. You're not the this isn't a time for a new game. You're like, ooh, new game. Literally, that's me. My job. Nintendo doesn't pay me to care about their finances. My job is, oh, Kirby Air Ride just came out. Okay, I'll give it a try. Or that's it. Or just go, that's not for me.
Agree that those games are fantastic. DK Bonanza is my game of the year, but it's like you don't buy a system for the 2 first games that come out. You buy a system for what it can be, and I think a lot of people are feeling like,
brother, it's the first 2 months. It's the do you know the worst part about this, chat? I could understand this video if it was like maybe a year into the Switch lifespan. Because yeah, I'll be real. If a year in we only had DKB and Mario Kart World, even now I'd be like, lads, where the games at? Like, you know what I mean? We're like, guys, come on. Like, I'm out here playing my PS5. I got Expedition 33. But I would be like, guys, come on. It's been 2 months. And if you're asking me on a personal level, I feel like I'm good, man. Now, granted, again, I'm an older gen. I'm unk, okay? So I don't get as much time to play video games as I was like, as a kid. So I can understand if maybe a kid that got a Switch 2 has like way more time to play the Switch 2. Maybe 2 games, well, maybe 2, and maybe Drag It Extra, and maybe Welcome to whatever, might not be enough to satiate them. But like, you're a grown-ass man too, bro. Like, what I'm wondering is like, how much time do you have to play Nintendo games where you're already going, oh, I'm starving? Because like right now, if you're asking me, I'm still kind of good, man. Like I'm kind of good. You know, I'm good. And then my mate buying them all, like literally, yeah. Oh man, exactly. If you're not interested, don't get it. Just because you're a Nintendo YouTuber doesn't mean you have to cover literally everything. Yeah, literally. Like I still haven't made a Donkey Kong Bonanza video, which I need to do one at some point. Trust me, I will. I need to do like a layer ranking or something because I fucking love that game. I need to make at least one video for it, other than the Super Cup. I never played Kirby Air Ride before. Initially, the gameplay wasn't me. However, I'm willing to try it out if the original goes and I saw the riders get a demo release. I think the Direct actually kind of sold me. I want to say like fully. I'm definitely not going to buy it day one 100%. But like, I might do a cheeky little goal for it. Maybe. Or I might just, I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm in the mood for like a new game release when it comes out, yeah, I'll probably buy it. But like, I wouldn't say like I'm clamoring at the heels. I'm glad. But if anything, do you know what I am, gamers? I'm happy that my fellow video game fan gets to play a fucking video game. Because guess what, chat? I love video games. And if the Kirby guys can be happy, fucking good on you, lads. Enjoy it. I'm a Metroid fan, chat, okay? Metroid got the biggest redemption arc on the Switch humanly possible. You can literally play every single mainline Metroid game on the fucking Switch, and I could not be more happier. If fans of other series can experience half the joy I had playing one of the best games I'll ever play in my life in Metroid Dread, and I got to play Metroid Prime Remastered, a game that I can't play because on the original GameCube it's just one stick and it sucks. I could play it on twin sticks, and then I could play Zero Mission and Fusion with NSO plus EP. I'm fucking loving life, broski. I'm so fucking happy that not only did I get to experience Metroid again, but a whole new generation of people got to experience Metroid again. I've literally never been so happy as a fan of video games that there are people in my chat who can now tell me they played Fusion, Zero Mission, Prime, and Dread just of their own accord, even because of me. That is literally never made me so happier. So if you're telling me someone can have that same feeling about Metroid, about Kirby, bruv, I'm happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you guys. Because like, guess what, chat? I fucking love games, man. I love this hobby with all my heart. But man, I don't get these people. These people, like, just understand, chat. These people aren't human. I'll be real with you. These people are husks. These people are husks made of capitalism. That's what they are. They're husks, chat. It's Switch husk. It's not Switch force. It's Switch husk. That's what he is, man. Maybe I'm coming on a bit too strong there, but I just hate these people with all my heart. I'll be real. I hate these people with all my heart. I really do. I really do. I would take an Nintendine every day of the fucking week over this guy, man. These people make me fucking sore. Anyway, that's how I've always looked at new games being announced. In fact, that's how I've gone old games. Exactly. Everyone needs to embrace it. Everyone needs to embrace the variety. Then so is how I got into Super and Fusion and Zero Mission. I'm so... Exactly, right here. You see that right there? That's why I love video games. Because some of my favorite games that have graced this earth, and a new generation of 20-somethings and late teen-year-olds got to fucking love. I love gaming, Charlie. I love gaming. I love games so much, man. I'm sorry, I forgot we're watching this miserable old cunt. My bad. I'm just gonna make it very clear, guys. I want to make it very clear before anyone gets fucking mad at me. Before the people on the line, I'm kind of people online entertaining me. For the rest of this video, it's now going to be a hate watch, okay? Abandon all hope, all ye who enter, okay? The rest of this video is going to go into hate watch territory, because I fucking hate this guy, okay? I'll be real with you.
And here's my take, okay?
What's your take on?
Just existing and looking at what they've presented, you wouldn't be wrong. Like, I think that's totally, like, the take.
No,
what
you're a child. That's what you are.
the heck are they doing?
No, you're a child. You're literally a child. You're a child and or a husk made of capitalism and sadness.
Now, knowing how weird Nintendo is, and knowing that they do have a lot of other games, I caution you to be patient. And I know that sounds like a horrible thing after you spent $500, and look, I agree. Like, you spent $500, you shouldn't have to be patient and wait.
No, what you should have done is if you knew the $500 wasn't going to be worth your purchase, you don't buy it. I'm never going to tell anyone in my chat to be patient. What I'm going to say to you is, why did you buy a $500 console if you knew that the games immediately weren't going to satiate you? I'd call you the dipshit. That's what I would do. That's your fault. That's entirely your own fault. It's not Nintendo's fault. You can see what games Nintendo have out at the moment, and you can go, okay. Literally, when we're not talking to my brother Ozzy earlier, I told him to buy a Switch 2. What did he say? I'll wait till Smash comes out. Because guess what? When Smash comes out, that will be the game that he knows he can spend a lot of time on. Fair. That's literally what we used to do when we were younger. We didn't bother our mom to buy us a new console until the latest Mario Kart or Smash was on there. Usually Smash. Yeah, literally that's normal. You and your audience are so stupid that you bought the console now to hope for things later. That's not how you buy things. You buy things for the value proposition you get now. You're trying to maximize your benefit as a consumer of any product. Why would I buy a $500 fucking video game console for the prospect of it getting good later? Stupidness. That's your fault. If anyone watching this, be it live or and you did that, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm not. Sorry. My British courteousness took over. I'm not sorry. You're a dipshit. Okay, simple as that. And it's not even a hot take. It's more being patient with your purchase than being patient after your purchase. Wait until the right time. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's be patient enough to buy it. To buy it when you think it'll be the right time. Not be patient once you buy it. Because once I buy a console, I'm like, hey. Games now. Do you know what I mean? But then again, it's my fault for not buying it at the right time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You guys are just dumb. These people are just dumb. Again, the Wii U's existence shows that we need to wait before we drop payments like this. Yeah, exactly. Like, fucking out, man.
Rollout of Switch 2 is very bizarre, and I do wonder if Nintendo was influenced by the fact that PS5 and Xbox Series X had hardly any titles when they came out, and people didn't seem to really mind all that much. Like, it's odd that Nintendo...
No, people did mind. Is the running joke on the internet not that the PS5 has no games? Like, obviously, and he's going to say, oh, but the PS5, was sold out for so long. Yeah, because it was made during COVID time. Like, they could barely manufacture the parts. So, yeah, the limited amount of units they had out, of course they were going to sell out. So, technically, the PS5 sold gangbusters, but that's because there were barely any around. Like, now you can buy them like nothing, right? They're just in a shop like nothing because the supply chain is fixed in a sense. But, yeah, the reason it sold out is because literally the running gag is it has no games. If we're talking right now, what games would you have to buy a PS5 for? And even then, Astrobot, what's it? Helldivers on PC. Helldivers, literally, it's just Astrobot. If Astrobot comes to PC, that's it. What are we doing? It's such a joke. How many years the PS5 been out for? 5 years now? If you went into 5 years PS3 lifespan, 5 years PS4 lifespan, and 5 years PS5 lifespan, and compared the exclusive games that you could only play on that console, I guarantee you it'd be night and day. I guarantee you. I'm willing to bet money on that. I guarantee you the PS3 and PS4 would ape the PS5's games. It'd be unbelievable, genuinely.
It's odd that Nintendo has already had 2 first-party bangers, and people are very upset. Whereas if we look at PS...
Who's upset? No, seriously, who? Am I going to turn into a fucking owl? Bring the owls in the chat, gamers. Who? Who's upset? Who? No, be real with me, chat. Are you upset? Is it people on the clothing line? Who? Everyone I've literally ever spoken to who has a Switch 2 is like, oh, I'm enjoying it at the moment. And the people who don't have it yet because they don't think there's enough games for their purchase. Which, fair enough. Good on you. Don't buy it until it's worth your purchase. Fucking people on the line, broski.
PS5's launch, they had an expansion to Spider-Man, and they had a Demon's Souls remake. And I don't remember there being that much disappointment. So Nintendo might be playing by its own rules.
I need to call my mum. I actually need to call my mum, chat. And I need to tell her, listen, Hoya, I'm so happy that you bought me a PlayStation 1. Because, chat, this would have been me. This guy would have been me if I didn't own a PlayStation, chat. I'm so fucking happy. I thank the stars every day for the PS1 and all those hours I spent playing Crash 1 and Spyro 1 and fucking Abe's Odyssey and Rayman, International Superstar Soccer, or whatever the fuck it was called. And SmackDown 2, and then the PS2 had Burnout Takedown and GTA Vice City. And Call of Duty, all the Call of Duty on the PS3. I'm putting my hands up. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. Holy shit, man. The COD lobby saved me. Literally, they saved me.
They misjudged the market, but the good news is they do have more games. People aren't really considering Pokemon Legends ZA because it's a cross-gen title. I feel like people are undermining Metroid Prime 4 because they just won't announce the release date. And look, all of that at the end of the day is Nintendo's fault and their choice. They chose to make Pokemon Legends ZA a cross-gen game. They wanted their cake and to eat it too, and have the audience.
Well, no, it's just that's This guy is actually a Nintendo adult chat. That's literally what happens when a console comes out relatively early. That's literally what happens. In order to smooth out the transition, some games become cross-gen releases until like the console's like got a couple of years in, then it's just no cross-gen releases. It's happened from the PS3 to the PS4, the PS4 to the PS5. It's happened literally as long as I've been alive. There'll be like cross-generational games. That's literally what happens. And it's happening still. Breath of the Wild was cross-gen. Literally, Breath of the Wild was cross-gen. What are we talking about? Twilight Princess was cross-gen.
Audience of Switch 2 and Switch 1. I
just want to stop. CCD. Was this written by AI? No, these people are real. That's what makes me. That's why I'm fucking annoyed right now. These people are heated. These people. I'm getting heated because these people are real, and I fucking hate them.
Chose Metroid Prime 4 to not be revealed this time. Like maybe it was delayed internally, maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, like that's all on Nintendo. And I think the thing we can say is that Nintendo handled the timing and the marketing of this launch very poorly. I don't think you can disagree with that anymore.
No, I can disagree. I want to see how many of you guys in the chat agree or disagree. I am personally a big fan of Nintendo's like, we're going to release like one big game like within like, and then next month another one. And like they space them out like monthly. Because I know I don't have enough disposable income to spend on like 2 games, 3 games like a month. Does that make sense? If it's like, oh, I can buy this game this month. Oh, I can buy it. And then when I get the next pay packet, I can work some extra shifts. Next pay packet. Oh, and then I can buy this game. Okay, cool. And then I'm okay with that personally. I'm very, very much okay with this release strategy personally. I think it benefits me as a consumer because I get to enjoy a game, enjoy it coming out. I get to enjoy the hype cycle of everyone talking. Because yeah, if you play DKB within the first like month, I'm not going to spoil anything obviously, but the conversation around the game when it first came out, come on, that was fun, right? If you guys know, you know. I'm not going to say anything, but like being a part of that big conversation when DKB was out and like everyone's having fun, DK artist, layer stuff, fucking the reveals towards the middle and the end of the game, that was fun. And you telling me I get to do that again with Kirby Air Riders or like Metroid Prime? Yeah, I like that. I get to have like every game has its own time frame where it becomes to have like the big event. And then, yeah, like I get to, literally, I love that. I love that so much. I think one of the relatively overwhelming things about owning like a Sony console, like a PS5, is that obviously the third-party devs don't necessarily align their release schedules this way. A lot of games tend to like bulk release during the winter months, so you end up having to buy a bunch of games in a row. Like there is a reality where, for example, they can release a God of War game, a Call of Duty game, a fucking Hades 2, all in a month, and I'm just like, fuck, I've got to pick one, right? But luckily with Nintendo, I don't necessarily have to worry about that. I can buy the one big release this month, last month, which was DK Bonanza, and then, 2 months from now when, or was it like a couple months from now when Pokemon comes out, 2 months from now, literally 2 months from now when PLZ comes out, I have enough money to buy that. And then Kirby Air Riders, if I do want to buy that, I have enough money to buy that. Literally, it's perfect. Like, drip feeding has its perks, and for me as a consumer, as an early adopter of a console, it benefits me because I get to enjoy each game as it comes out. And for people that are waiting, they only get to wait a set amount of months to see the game they want to come out, and then they can buy all the games that I've just played. It's brilliant. So as far as I'm concerned, I like this release schedule. It has its perks. I will say, yeah, this is obviously that's one bad thing about Nintendo is they generally have no roadmaps. They have no post-release structure. Even if, for example, I would prefer if even Nintendo just went, oh hey, we released Mario Kart World, no plans. Yeah, it'd suck, but like, at least we'd know, right? I'd rather the honesty. I'd rather the honesty. I'm disappointed. Of course I'd be disappointed. I love Mario Kart 1, and I think with a couple of extra tweaks and additions, DLC-wise and like updates-wise, I think it'd be fucking brilliant. But if it if you're telling me now, I don't have to worry about that. It's like, okay, sure, we could be content with what we got. But yeah, like the post-release structures just tend not to do it. It's fucking annoying. It really is annoying. Even this month, we didn't have a big release, but we had Dragon Drive and Kirby Expansion coming out next week. Oh, yeah, literally. How did I forget about those? Oh my god, Starcross, literally full playthrough, day one.
I think you look at this and you say, okay, this system has now been out for 2.5 months. Here's what they've announced, right? The games that came out, right? That's separate. Those are great.
Next week, chat. We're there.
Bonanza is one of the best Switch games across both systems. I think Mario Kart World is better than people give it credit for. The World part, not delivering to what our expectations are, but those games are great. The marketing, the planning, the timing, announcing things and kind of like taking care of their fans' worry, taking care of their fans' future when they spend $500, they did not do a good job. And
I don't. You buy a PS5, bro. Literally just buy a PS. Your whole problems will be solved if you just bought a PS5. Because you know what happens when Nintendo ain't doing shit? I'm playing Overwatch. I'm playing Max Payne. I'm playing God of War Ragnarok. So it literally does not bother me an inch when Nintendo doesn't do anything. I'm not expecting Nintendo to fucking baby my every move. Hey, you got games coming out? Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, okay, neat. I'll check them out when they come out. Oh, they came out? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll pick them. Yeah, sure. You should do it because the price hike's gonna happen. Literally, bad too, honestly.
It's very bizarre here because Nintendo is typically, well, maybe they're not typically. Look, this kind of feels par for the course for Nintendo, where in the end it's going to be okay, but the way that they got there maybe wasn't the best. And I'll tell you this, like I got a tweet scheduled right now before.
Oh my, fuck my little gut life. Fuck my life, chat. He's more terminally online than Nintendo Land. Guys, I got a hit tweet come. Fuck my gut life, bro. Holy terminally online. Fucking hell, man.
But the way that they got there maybe wasn't the best. And I'll tell you this, like I got a tweet scheduled right now before Jeff Keighley goes on and talks about opening it live at Gamescom. I know he's not going to be making major first-party Switch 2 announcements, I mean. Like maybe there's going to be some third-party games that get revealed, and I hope like Elden Ring Tarnished Edition gets a date. But let me tell you this, okay? My tweet that is coming out that you might see here first or you might see on Twitter first is going to say that like, hey, Jeff doesn't get to have all the fun. The general direct that everybody is waiting for, the one that should... I mean, gosh, it's got to bring us...
So you're going to make a tweet dunking on Jeff. Hey, Jeff, you don't get to have a Nintendo Direct, though. Fucking sad. This guy is actually so sad. Holy shit, man. Oh, my God. You're actually going to tweet at Jeff Keighley and go, you don't get to have all the fun, okay? We're waiting on our September Direct. Fucking hell. Guys, I'm going to turn evil. I'm actually going to turn evil, Musty. Part of me is literally just like, I don't want there to be a September Direct, but Musty, you know you want a September Direct. You want more games. You own a Switch 2. Come on, you want more games. There's an evil part of me, chat. There's an evil part of me that's like, fuck it. No Switch Direct. I'm not doing it. Okay, I want a Switch Direct, okay? If I'm being honest, I don't see another general Direct. See, look, Sean Potter's gone evil mode, okay?
It's got to bring us relief. It's got to bring us hope. It's got to bring us everything.
Who's us? Don't talk to me, bro. Don't talk about us. Don't talk about us, bro. Us is short for the United States, and I ain't from there, bro.
That big presentation that everybody is waiting on, that has so much weight now because of how Nintendo has done this and structured this, that is coming out earlier than expected and on a day that you wouldn't anticipate. And I'll narrow that down even more as we get closer, but just know that, like, that General Direct is coming. And I think that's what you got to hold on.
That Direct is coming, yeah? Do you know what we call that, broski? He's coping, yeah, he's coping. Cope and seed, he's got a seed. Nintendo adult, he is just coping, he is. Gotta make that money, make that grift, make the bucks, make that honey. You gotta put that food on the table. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. Fucking dog shit, broski. Send him home, send him home.
On to for now is like, okay, maybe they haven't handled this so well. Maybe it's been kind of very Nintendo-like in a weird way, just because they do things, they march to the beat of their own drum, and sometimes that drum is like a quirky, wonky, half-baked drum.
Yeah, that's just what Nintendo are like. We know this. We literally know this, dipshit. That's why you play other games.
And I feel like Nintendo maybe is overconfident after the Switch 1.
Yeah, but yeah, we knew this. Yes. Nintendo are, yes, they are very much overconfident after buying the Switch. We knew this. You ain't breaking new ground, broski.
Maybe Nintendo misjudged the room.
We literally all knew this. But like the reason why we're still fans is because the games are still quite. The moment Nintendo games start being shit again, I'm gone. I'm gone, bro. I got a PS5. I don't give a shit about you. I don't give a shit. I would play that, but it's copyright.
I feel like maybe Nintendo did have some internal issues, knowing that, hey, the system was supposedly internally delayed. Maybe Metroid Prime 4 was internally delayed. Maybe they're battling against that. But it does feel to me, and let me know what you think about this in the comments, like I said. It does feel to me like this launch lineup maybe wasn't thought out as much as it should have been. Like Mario Kart World and Kirby Air Riders being so close together, and releasing them in the order where the, like, let's just be honest, the more fleshed out game comes out first, and
Chat, I'm just saying I wouldn't take that. Chat, I'm serious. I wouldn't take that if I were you. What makes you say that? But less fleshed out? Well, because it's not your bing bing woohoo? You don't know that yet. The game's not out yet. Heck, that might be a claim I make if I played both games. It's not out. Listen, I'm just saying, Kirby fans, I wouldn't take that.
and Kirby Air Riders comes out second, feels pretty silly. Sakurai himself is like, I even question Nintendo, do you want this game right after Mario Kart? Because it's basically like Mario Kart, except you don't even accelerate. City Trial Mode I know is where it's at, but there's one map for that. It feels very like a cute idea. I don't know if this game gets made if Sakurai isn't the one pressing the subject. Sakurai, maybe this is the exchange that we have to make so that we can
literally, gamers, just remember, chat. Just remember, right? I just want to make it very clear why I'm so annoyed with people like this. If it was up to this guy, it would be Mario, it'd be Zelda, it'd be Smash. That is it. Do you know one of the most talented companies with the largest catalog of some of the greatest IPs that ever graced this earth? He would care for none of these if it wasn't for Mario, Zelda, and Smash. Is that not the saddest thing you've ever heard in your life? That's literally what he's saying. Now, just to be clear, again, I'm not that big a Kirby guy. I wouldn't say I'm clamoring at the heels for Air Riders. But if you are, I'm happy for you. Fuck.
Smash Bros. And Sakurai's on board, and some people will definitely be willing to make that exchange. But having a launch window lineup that is Mario Kart World, Kirby Air Riders, Donkey Kong Bonanza, cross-gen type...
And PLZA?
I bet he hasn't touched other old SW1 games.
No, he hasn't. Because why would he? But here's the thing, Luna. Why would he? He just needs new Switch games to come out so he can make his daily slop. That's what he needs. That's what he needs, gamers.
Titles. Feels a little odd. Feels a little lackluster, especially when you consider how jam-packed year one of Switch 1 was, which looked like it had Breath of the Wild.
It's literally just... This guy's fucking coping. Get him out here, get him out. He is fucking coping so. I fucking hate you, bro. So you're the worst guy ever made. You're the worst Nintendo I've seen in my life. Fucking giving Nintendo Land a good fucking run for his money, eh?
Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It had ARMS. It had quite a bit. Mario plus Rabbids.
I bet he's... Hang on, chat, help. I went into let bear all on black right now, chat. Hang on. Okay, at least he did make ARMS videos. Do you know what? Fair. Alright. Check complete. He actually played it. Okay, fair. Check complete.
It's like they were doing partnerships. It didn't have much third party. That is sort of like a piece of the puzzle that it didn't have, and maybe that's a big factor as to why Nintendo is going slower here. But it definitely seems like this Switch 2 launch is starting slower than the Switch 1, even though Donkey Kong's great.
Do you guys say you feel this way without even like comparing the numbers or the games or whatever? Would you guys say you feel like it's slower paced? I have a feeling the only reason people say this is because you don't have like this big blowout blockbuster title like Breath of the Wild, which fair, but like I'm just okay. Like if you ask me how do I feel without like analyzing it with a computer side by side, I feel fine. Like I feel fine. I really do. Now, granted, again, I bought the Switch 2. Like a good chunk of why I bought it now was for content, right? But like if I didn't feel like I was good with it now, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have just waited until PLZA came out. But like if you're looking at it logically, you got what, Mario Kart, which is you could get so many hours out of that game. Remember, you're talking to a guy who barely played 8 Deluxe despite liking that game. I didn't really stream it much. I've streamed Mario Kart World dozens of times because I fucking love that game. DKB's game of the year. Like, we got 2 insanely high quality games. You telling me I got Pokemon in 2 months? And I got Kirby next week. God, we can't stop winning. Like, maybe not getting off to a failed previous generation. Switch 1 was a huge success. Now they're letting the Switch 2 out. Yeah, it's like I would say the only thing like I'll say the only thing it's missing is a big blockbuster release, but is that not Donkey Kong Bonanza? I would say, like, in terms of, like, impact, even if you don't feel it, I feel like while the highs I had with Breath of the Wild was not as high as I had with DKB, I would say they're comparable enough where I'd call both of them a big blockbuster release. I'm okay with that personally. Because it doesn't have Zelda in the name, it shouldn't be put on the same highs? I would say so. I had so much fun with that game, I'm willing to put that as like the big blockbuster release. If you're telling me right now, Moresty, I know I'm gonna love Mario Kart, but like I need that big second game, DK Bonanza's got you covered. 100%. I would bet my house on you also loving DKB, you know? 100%. 100%. That's what I would do, you know? I don't get it. These people are weird.
It is definitely starting in a weaker position, I'd say. And we can just look at the discourse, right? We can look at the response. We can look at what fans are saying. A lot of people love their Switch 2 and the games that they've played.
Who? Show me. I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. Who? This isn't even a case where like I'm just surrounded by my own audience. So I only hear what my own audience says. Firstly, my audience isn't so sycophantic that if they weren't happy with the Switch 2, they wouldn't be able to tell me. If someone in the chat genuinely wasn't happy with their Switch 2, I'd rather they tell me. I think I've cultivated an environment where it'd be okay if you told me. If I'd seen that sort of discourse in my Discord, I'd also be cognizant of that. If I'd seen that discourse on my Twitter, I would also be cognizant of that. Literally, on every platform, I like casually browse things where I could potentially see Nintendo news. I've very rarely seen some people who like, just like I bought a Switch 2 and are currently unhappy. I've seen very few of them. The overwhelming majority of people who have a Switch 2 are like, I'm content. I'm content, if not extremely happy. Well, that's where I am. I would say I'm very happy with my Switch 2 right now. So, I don't know what to tell you. You.
A lot of people are at the same time concerned about the future. And it's this general direct that's coming next month that is going to be, I think, really like a line in the sand for a lot of people. Either that is going to convince you that you made the right call, or that is going to make people feel even more flustered. Because look, people...
And if you feel flustered, that's your fault. Sell your Switch 2. Buy a PS5. That's your fault.
Only remember and focus on, like, what have you done recently for me? Like, DK Bonanza is now in the past. That's over. That is like a cashed check. It's now like, what else? I spent a lot of...
What about for the people who haven't bought it yet? Just to, hang on. Just to clarify. Today's date, as of this recording, is the 21st of August. The game has been out a month. A month. And he's saying that's in the... It's been out a month, broski. If you're asking me, Musty, when are you clarifying a game as, like, done, essentially? Like, you know, it's out, and we've, like, the collective internet is kind of like, I would say minimum at least 3. Minimum. If you're pressing me for an answer. I don't think you could say no, it's done now, we're done. If it hasn't been at least 3 months. Minimum. And that's what I'm really gonna give it to. I would say longer. I would say, like, 4, 5, maybe even 6, I'd press you. And that's when a game is like, okay, it's like, relatively speaking, it's old news. Most of the people who are going to play it. Some people are straggling in, but like, yeah, we can kind of move on. 1 month, where you would personally put your own boundary, a month is crazy. Like if you're someone who also agrees and says a month, you're insane. Like you're actually insane. Like you need to get, Fortnite has ruined your brain. And I'm not even saying that as like a boomer zoomer thing. It's just Fortnite is a game that has lived off its constant updating, changing. So you're probably used to a rapidly increased update rate than the most of the video game industry can stick by. So like, if you're someone who's so fucking brained that you cannot fathom that a month is not like old news, like you're insane. You're actually insane. That seems to be what the most of the chat is going. Most people are saying 3, 4. Yeah, the general consensus seems to be like at least 3, 4 months. And yeah, I would say something like that before you could say like a game is just kind of like, yeah, you know?
A lot of money for this system for more than 2 games, and that's very valid. Like I feel the same way. What have I been playing on my Switch 2? Discounting. All right, I've been playing Is the Seat Taken? Pixel art indie games, which are great. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, that's what you should be doing when Nintendo is not releasing games. Why are you complaining? Yes, that's what you should be doing.
Is that what the Switch 2 is about? Is the Switch 2 about playing other things while you wait for the big things?
I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Can I hit that? Is that single-handedly the worst sentence I've ever heard, chat? Hang on.
But is that what the Switch 2 is about? Is the Switch 2 about playing other things while you wait for the big things? That's not...
Unfucking-leavable. He's insane, I don't believe this guy is even real. He's not real, I hate him so goddamn much. I hate him, yes I do. He needs to get a life and fuck off out of my hobby. I just wanted to listen to more, sorry, buddy.
I don't feel like we experienced that. We're in kind of a weird territory where this first year of Switch 2 feels like a lot of waiting. And that's not typically a good feeling when you have a brand new expensive console.
Don't buy it.
I will definitely tell you bluntly that I think Nintendo has misjuggled this initial period. And
No, you shouldn't have bought it. And if you convinced your audience to buy it, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Next month's General Direct is going to go a long way into shaping how this first year is viewed. If Nintendo comes out swinging.
Hang on, chat. Did you have that whole bit pre-planned? She doesn't know, chat. She doesn't know.
Right? If they date Metroid Prime 4 Beyond for earlier than November 20th, because again, very bizarre that that's the big holiday game. There better be something else, or Metroid Prime 4 Beyond better also be out in November. I'm shocked that they think that's the position for Kirby Air Riders. I thought they would put it in either September or December.
Why do you care? You're not a stockholder.
Right? It's like, hey, it's a good game to hold people over, or it's a good game for the tail end of the year. But putting it smack dab in the middle of November actually makes me more nervous. So this
Why are you nervous? Go play your PS5.
next Direct needs to prove that there are games coming out this year that are bangers. And this next Direct also needs to highlight and tease the future, that big games that people want en masse, right? I'm not talking about like, oh, the people that want Kirby Air Riders. There's definitely some of them. But the big games that people want, like the 3D Mario, the Animal Crossing, right? The games
Abysmal dog shit.
that you bought the system for, they better show up in some
The
capacity.
games you bought the system for? Actually, just like, he's basically just saying it, chat. He's basically just saying it out loud. He said the quiet part out loud, chat. He's here for 3D Mario and Animal Crossing and the proper Bing Bing Woohoo. You lower tier Bing Bing Woohoos are not worth it. That's literally what he said to you. Literally. This isn't enough, I'll be real with you.
Nintendo better be ready to throw down the Thanos gauntlet and say, check out our Infinity Stones. It's more than just what we've shown so
And a Marvel reference as well. Holy soy. Holy sippy soy boy. One of the biggest issues with the Switch 2 fix from the Switch 1 is the fact that third-party games ran like ass. Third-party Direct showed that they could run on the big, but yes, literally. But he's never heard of an Elden Ring. Is like, you literally tell him Elden Ring, you'd be like, what's this Elden Ring? What? That's what you'd say to you. This guy doesn't know what Elden Ring is.
There's kind of an ultimatum with this General Direct. We sat through the Partner Showcase, we sat through the Indie Direct, we sat through Kirby Air Riders 45-minute Nintendo Direct. Give us
Who's we sat through? Who's we sat through, dipshit? Who's we sat through? If you didn't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it. There is no, we suffered. You made us suffer through the... Don't watch it then. What do you mean? If they made a partner showcase on Pikmin, chat, I'll be real, I'm not watching it. I'm just not that big of a Pikmin guy. It wouldn't appeal to me. So I just wouldn't watch it. I'd be like, I suffered through the Pikmin Direct, so they have to give me a Dread. You have to give me a Metroid Prime 4 Direct. No, I was like, oh, it's just not my kind of game. You should probably watch Arlo or something, or like, if we'd watch it, I'd be like, it's not for me. But like, what are we doing here, man?
the goods, Nintendo. You've held out, you've waited. We can't really wait much more. Do I think from like a factual standpoint, at the end of the day, there will be great Switch 2 games every year? Yes, I do. Do I think at the end of the day, if we look at this purely logically, purely on paper, that we'll be happy with the games that come out in 2025 and 2026 for Switch 2? Yes, I do.
So why did you even make this shitty ass video then? Because yeah, I'm of the belief that I'm sure Nintendo's cooking stuff for this year and next year. I believe. I'll wait for them to tell me. Until then, I'm fucking playing other shit. Do you know what I mean?
But not everything is logic, and not everything is just what's on the paper. It's also how you feel, it's how you experience it, it's how you handle it, it's how you treat your fans. And I think Nintendo really needs to have a super successful September Direct to reverse course right now, because I think people are feeling not great.
It's just you, buddy. I'm loving my Switch 2. It's just you complaining. I guess you need that clout, Bigfoot. I guess you want that money. And capitalism. You just want that bread. How sad. How very sad. Wow. You'll have your cooking slop and you'll eat it. Yes, yum yum. You'll enjoy your backwards compatible Switch 1 games, higher res. So tasty, higher frame rates.
You do this now, or you risk people feeling really bad. And I know that at the end of the day, you don't care as much about what the fans think and say, but you made people buy a $500 system.
Oh my god. Holy shit, gamers. He literally just said it. Hang on. No fucking shot. Oh my fucking lord. Listen, I want this to be as loud as possible. Gamers.
Care as much about what the fans think and say, but you made people buy a $500.
Guys, can you believe that? Nintendo made me buy this. Can you? Nintendo went into my wallet. I was searching around the internet. I was searching around the internet, and they made me buy the Switch 2. Oh my god, Nintendo, no, you made me buy the Switch 2. Yes, you did, yes, you did. I can't believe you do this. Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? Oh, man.
A $450 system without Mario Kart. You sold this to us, and I think after all the faith that you built up, right, all the money that people dropped on the Switch 1 and the games and the accessories, you kind of owe it to care about the fans.
No, you don't. They don't owe you shit, little bro. They don't owe you shit. They don't owe you fucking nothing, broski. You are the dumbass that bought it, so you gotta wait. You gotta sit there and cope and seethe. That's what you gotta do. You gotta cope, little bro. Oh yeah, brother, you gotta go. Imagine buying something and insisting the person you bought from you gotta be nice to me. I bought something from you. No? Except if you buy a membership from me, then I will be very nice to you, okay? I'll be very nice to you. But only if you bought a membership, okay? I don't know. People force themselves to buying it. Nintendo says, or never will force me to. No, Marigo! I was for. They're bad in the bone! They forced me to buy a Switch 2! They forced me at gunpoint! It was the craziest thing ever! I can't believe this! Bad to the bone!
Kirby Air Riders being the November 20th game isn't the most confidence-inspiring thing you could have done. Neither is the order of operations here, or the way that you revealed things, or the schedule that you've got for games, or rather the lack of schedule you've got for games. So correct it. September Direct, the General Direct, the big show, right? Earlier than expected on a day.
Is this like worse than Nintendo Land? Because like one of the things I got on Nintendo Land's ass about is like hyping up his audience into a fizz to set their expectations extremely high for something that is not guaranteed to happen. He's literally doing the Nintendo Land thing I criticized Nintendo Land for, but even worse because he's being like the biggest bitch boy about it possible. Fucking cope and see, little nigga.
It's got to be huge. It's got to be huge. Let me know if you...
No, guys, what you should do is you should do what people should do with every Direct, which is set your expectations relatively low, make some fun predictions, because why not have some fun with it, but keep your expectations relatively low. And remember, if you get at least a couple of things you're interested in, it was a successful Direct, okay?
Agree with me in the comments down below, or if you disagree with me, that's fine too. Love to hear from you.
You wouldn't trust me, you do not want to hear from me. I promise. As a promise. I promise, you don't want to hear from me.
So today was another like kind of like what are they doing day? And I think this video is totally fair for that. And I think you're
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're coping, brother. You're coping.
Fair if you feel the same as I do. I think you're fair if you feel worse, and I think you're fair if you feel like Kirby Air Riders is your game of the year. But
no, I feel like you're a fucking piece of. Thank you, Sonic. You saved me.
We gotta be honest, and we can't just.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Guess what you are? You're a fucking. Sonic, stop censoring me, okay? I need to tell him how I feel.
Put on rose-colored glasses and glaze over the fact that Nintendo, yeah, like this launch window period has been poorly managed.
And you decided to buy it, you big fuck-ass little... Thank you, Sonic.
They gotta make it right. And I hope that they do. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, everybody. Stay safe.
Fucking a bit. Gamers, Switch Force. Give him a round, gamers. The worst to ever do it. The worst to ever do it, gamers. We found it. The worst fucking video I have ever watched. The worst to ever do it, gamers. Abysmal dog shit, gamers. If you were here, you survived the Switch Force watching of 2025, gamers. Get your tomatoes, get your tomatoes, get your tomatoes, get your tomatoes, gamers. Boo! 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 Unbelievable, unbelievable. The Lionel Messi of bad Nintendo tech. Boo! Get off the stage. Hook him. Hooking him. Hook him off the stage. Hook him off the stage. Unbelievable. I survived the Switch Force video and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. That's coming soon, chat. That's coming soon. Let's have a look and see what these comments have got to say. I kind of want more, Sam. Guys, 500 likes on the Moresty VOD and we'll watch more Switch Force, okay? The chat's saying they don't want it. Hey, Moresty guys, it's up to the Moresty guys now. If I can get 5 memberships on the Moresty channel, we'll watch more, okay? Console only has 2 months to level. Honestly, thank you. Default Dan W. Holy shit. They have nothing else announced this year, which means 6 months after spending $500 Lamau. Why did you buy that? Why did you buy it? Problem is, Nintendo haven't announced much. This year is really supposed to have many games released, but they're hardly any, so the future might be bad too. Sell it. Get a PS5. It's your fault. So why are you spreading misinformation? This right here is a huge problem in the majority of Switch 2 discourse right now. What? I don't think that's necessarily like too... I don't think he's spreading misinformation. I think that's a fair assessment. I think it's fair to assume they're probably not going to have any more big Nintendo games this year, which means you'll probably have to wait at least 6 months for the next big game. I don't think that's necessarily misinformation. That's just his opinion. Is his prediction. Downvote loser. I don't get the doom and gloom. True! Thank you. People are missing the point. A Kirby Air Ride is not really a racing game. It's an arena battle game with a racing mode. This presentation was fantastic. Thank you. Fucking. Still, people deserve the money they paid for the Switch too. Fuck. More of what? The console's been out for 2.5 months. The console's literally... Exactly. It literally just came out. I wasn't talking about first party games. Mario Kart World flopped. Donkey Kong is meh. Air Riders is trash. And Starbuck is a Nintendo first party game and the rest is Game Key Cup. Fuck it now. There is sadly a large contingent of Nintendo fans that literally just Mario, Zelda, Smash. These are the people we share a house with, chat. And I'm sad. I want to fucking purge them all. Send them to the other house. We're the normal Nintendo fans who play video games, like normal video games. PS5 has done anything in years, but people want Nintendo to do AAA games. Only one. Thank you! And 2 days ago, people weren't even expecting Kirby Air Riders to come out this year. Now they found out it's coming out this year and they're angry. Or is that consumers have been so fucking impatient, brain dead, fickle, that they basically have to be constantly appeasing or they'll start temper tantrums. Blianat, the best to ever do it, gamers. Give him a fucking like. I'm not angry, I just don't care. Good. Don't care in your little sad corner, little bro. I'm sorry how Kirby got November 2025 slot. True? Maybe the religious YouTubers keep pushing these rumors and creating false hype when the rumors turn out to be lies. Those YouTubers blame Nintendo instead of looking in the mirror and realizing they're the issue. Dr. Wallstar, 1765. The best to ever do it, chat. You don't understand. I don't understand the point of releasing 2 fast-paced racing games within 5 months of each other. Just don't buy the one you're not interested in then. You're not supposed to understand. It's Nintendo. I think the internet has made us so much more impatient as a society. Everything is expected on demand, and great new things are old news in a matter of days. Sad, isn't it? In the case of instant classic video games that we got a month ago, 1 month after launch, we got improved versions of 10+ Switch 1 games day one, which will play super well. Odyssey, Order Zelda, Splatoon 3, etc. Mario Kart World, Dragon Drive, Fast Fusion, Kirby DLC, new Mario Party content, Game Share, which is highly underrated feature, and we know we're getting something good for Mario's 40. If PS5 launched this way, it would be heralded as the greatest launch ever. I think we need to look at the bigger picture and realize how good we're eating as Nintendo fans right now. Murph 1017, the best to ever do it, gamers. Very strong year one. I think so too, honestly. I have not gone through the bother of comparing year 1 to year 2. Which will be interesting. That'll be an interesting thing to do, Jack. Once like the Switch is like a year old, we'll go back and go, oh, how did it do year 1 compared to the rest? We'll probably do a stream of that or something like that, you know? No hate towards the game, looks kind of cool, but I'm just not going to solve it. Nothing wrong with that. Good, I'm glad. We've been spoiled, and we don't like waiting anymore, but as I've matured and I don't have all the time that I used to for gaming, I'm okay with waiting for better polished, greater tires. That's my unpopular opinion, though. No, it's very popular. Mr. Alan Cito. Is very popular because that's my opinion. It's my opinion, therefore it's the correct one. Because yeah, it came out 2 months ago and y'all already bitching. True. You didn't get your Switch 2 to be stuck with 2 games, and it feels like a lot of waiting. You should have been in there in 1996, my man. He's booming, but Unk still got it. Needs to bundle the Switch 2 with Kirby Air Riders. Why do you care what the Japanese company does, broski? Let them do their thing. Buy it or don't. Downvote. I don't care what people say about Air Riders. It looks so good. I mean, we need to bet we're better than Mario Kart. I dropped Mario Kart like 2 weeks ago after getting it. Got boring fast. Yeah, down vote. Mario Kart's amazing. We got Mario Kart World, DK Bananas, and Kirby Air Riders. We're expecting Prime 4 on all the systems first 6 months. And Pokemon as well. Gamers, just think about it, chat. Just think about it logically. By December, chat, hopefully, if Metro Prime 4 isn't cancelled, Mario Kart World, DK Bonanza, Kirby Air Riders, Metro Prime 4, Dragon Drive, Kirby DLC, Mario Party DLC. Are we losing the plot here? And there's probably even more that I forgot about. Bring Doom the Dark Ages, RDR2, RE9 to Switch 2. Nobody's going to complain about the lack of good games. They still will, trust me. And what? Hyrule Warriors and Splatoon Raid. I completely forgot about those. Holy shit. And Tomodachi Life. Oh my god. Gamers, we actually can't stop winning. We actually cannot stop winning. Holy shit, man. I'm gonna have content for years. The Moresty channel is gonna be booming. Fucking hell, bro. The games are gonna be so gaming. Thank you, guys. Thank you. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I'd experience like half as much of these games because I just wouldn't have the time or the money. God forbid we get 3 or literally just take my other. I get the concern. I think the Switch 2 is aimed for people who want a more powerful Switch. Oh my god. I said the same thing. The problem with these debates is I feel like I was reading the game menu for 45 minutes. I was reading subtitles so long I hardly saw the actual game. Holy shit. Holy mental case, Batman, bro. Like, I wouldn't even say I'm particularly good at reading. I don't watch a lot of subbed anime, so I'm not particularly good at reading subtitles, but I felt like I was able to do both. I'm Unk, broski. Get that brain checked out, man. Get yourself some Adderall, man. Get yourself some Adderall. Put some signals on that brain, man. Get some Adderall. The battery life is shockingly bad. That's my only real issue. I felt like the battery life was... Now, granted, I do play a lot of the time docks, but whenever I have played it, I feel like its battery life is solid enough for what I use it for. Kirby has been a big November game. Doesn't bother me much. As someone who typically enjoys most third-party Nintendo properties, almost first-party Nintendo properties. I think it looks super awesome as someone who missed out on the GameCube version. I'm excited. I can understand Metroid fans being upset about this. No. Metroid fans, you were fine, okay? We're fine. Shut up. I feel like Nintendo's kind of betting on the status of Sakurai for releasing and thinking that's what will sell. But I also think Metro fans need to worry. Don't think Metro fans need to worry neither. Nintendo's gone especially weird these last few years, so a lot of their releases are just random and all over the place. Yeah, it's just... We're a Japanese company. Donkey Kong and Mario Kart are the boring one-note games that got... Fuck yeah, now. Day one purchase. Think Twisted Metal meets Smash Bros. Will be so fun. Nintendo hire this man. Zero gets bang and Switch 2. Nintendo dropping bang after bang. The great thing about great games is I still enjoy playing them after a week. Holy shit! Fucking cooked! Holy shit! Oh, the great thing about games I enjoy is, I enjoy them playing after a week. Yeah? Oh my god! You ever done that before? Fucking hell. If you're feeling impatient of waiting in the next game, could you occupy your time a little by actually trying to play some video games, bro? Oh my god! Yeah, you little brodom. You have my sword, bro. You got little neeked. You got little broed. And we're back to whining again. Oh man. This is just Switch Force not liking what Nintendo ever promised. Fucking real. Yeah, Nintendo's really on the struggle bus here, Lane. I'm not happy with them at all. And I have deep buyer's remorse with the Switch 2. Yeah, get owned, little gup. Disrespecting Kirby. I'm really happy with the deck. True. Do you think the Switch 2 is worse than the Virtual Boy? False equivalency. Down vote. Metroid will save the Switch 2. Up vote. Yeah, I think we lost the plot. I'm sorry. I just love the idea that this is this guy's like moment, you know? This is the moment where he's just like, I gotta play other games, right? Oh, you know what? Oh yeah. The Commandos would have been a better holiday title. I'm glad I got, well, I don't fucking want it. See, you people are fucking weird. Why are you thinking about what would be a good holiday title? I don't want DK Bananas to be a holiday title. I want the games now. What don't you people understand about this? I want the games now. Xenoblade fan? Upvote, okay. Either way, this video's ridiculous. People are mad. You just hear a few of them are. You're not real. One more comment for the road. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call this out. You and the few people online are kind of insane right now. You're talking about the overall direction of a system that's been out for 2 months. 2 months. And those 2 months, out of the box, we have a Game of the Year contender immediately. The system is the fastest selling system in the history of the video game industry. We have a great lineup of third-party games that have come out at launch, and more first-party games coming out this fall. What's the problem? No, seriously, what is the problem? I think you and a few people need to get offline and get some fresh air. Seriously. Senpu Kayaku? I don't know if I probably butchered that, but hey, one more time, chat. The best to ever do it. And we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there, gamers. So overall, closing thoughts, Switch Force. I think you are easily one of the worst channels that exist on the internet. Not because you're a grifter, or not because you're a shameless soy boy, not because you make constant nonsense non-tent. No, for none of those reasons. If you want to chase the bag, chase the bag. One thing that makes you utterly reprehensible, and a reason why no one should ever take you seriously or watch your channel again, is because whenever you say anything, I don't know if you, the gamer, is talking, or you, the businessman, is talking. And that, to me, is a failing of a content creator. The reason why people trust content creators over giant mega corporations is because, ideally, they're more authentic. You're just a guy like you and me. So when you put the money so brazenly on the table, and you make it so brazenly clear that you're not like us, why should anyone give a shit about anything you have to say? I expect nonsense from IGN. They're a big mega corporation. They're in the pockets of the big game industry. You're supposed to be a guy just like me. And you're not just like me. You're not like us. You're a guy who has lost his soul to the greed of money. And for that crime, I sentence you to an hour of Demeach. Get him the fuck off my screen. Get him the fuck out of here, man. I never want to see your ilk ever in my house again, okay? And next time you try and walk in my house with your dead ass shoes without taking them off at the door, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass, okay? And we'll leave it there, chat. We'll leave it there, yeah?